me you attend Pastor Ibiyeomie's church now?
When I left in January and I talked to him in his office, the meeting we had, which the public didn't have privy to, okay, because the public didn't know what we talked about. I became born again in the prison, and I told Ibiyeomie I wanted to do a born again testimony. And that's why I went to do that testimony. But Nigerians didn't see that they didn't see what I went to do there. I went to curse somebody at the end of the testimony. May God deal with you mercilessly if you send me that letter. The person that wrote the letter reached out to me because of that curse. The person said they were sorry. I can't disclose all this stuff now, but it will shock Nigeria. What is coming out in my book, Nigeria will shake, Sheye. I will get you your complimentary copy when it comes out. Nigeria will shake. It's a famous Nollywood star that everybody knows. It's going to be hard though. Even the police talked to me. Even, a very famous police woman spoke to me about that book, the way we're going to handle it. That famous police officer, that person too. But because the celebrity that wrote the letter wanted to disgrace Iyabo Ojo for something they had. And the person gave that letter, 8 pages, that Iyabo received a car from Ibiyeomie. And Ibiyeomie does not know Iyabo. Iyabo does not know Ibiyeomie. And the car belonged to the church. And we donated the car. So we want our car back. I am there trying to investigate a missing car. Please send me the car papers. And police surrounded my house the next day. And everybody was fighting between each other. And a journalist is the one that went to prison. So that famous star gave that letter to Iyabo's PA. And Iyabo's PA confessed, okay, eventually. She sent the letter to me. So that's why when Facebook legal department was called into the case in California, they wrote a letter saying that the journalist received an 8-page letter in her DM. It was not written by her. We can tell you authoritatively if she took that 8-page letter and copied and pasted it to her blog. But this document came in her DM. So the prosecutor was saying is a lie. She's not a journalist. That's what the Attorney General was saying, the late guy, Chinwe. God fought for me. 3 people died in my case. The prison guard that carries me to the prison and pushes me in the Black Maria. He died. He went to bed. He didn't wake up the next day. He had a brain hemorrhage. The Attorney General died. Kennedy Okoko died. God fought for me. I'm not happy about anybody's death, though. God fought for me, Osheye. But when Facebook said, we can't authoritatively tell you who wrote it, but it was sent to her. So the Attorney General said, no, it wasn't sent to her. She's not a journalist. She's just somebody that hates men of God. She created a fake account to send it to herself. So you get what she's trying to say. So Instagram said, no, she didn't create a fake account to send it to herself. We can tell you who owns the account. That is when Iyabo's phone number came out. They tracked the phone number. Truecaller in Sweden tracked the phone number to Iyabo Ojo Pinky's group. Iyabo didn't just come to my birthday for nothing. All this stuff we discussed before the birthday. So when we now noticed that this stuff was sent through Iyabo's phone, the person in that letter, there was someone in that letter, Ibiyeomie. Ibiyeomie's name was mentioned in the letter so many times. She now contacted me and said, Auntie Kemi, everything in this letter is true, but critical things were switched and they destroyed your life. I'm sorry this happened. She said, I'm the one that got the car. And I won't mention the pastor's name, you know it. A popular pastor gave me that car. And this is what caused the argument. Someone was not happy that that pastor gave me the car. And they wanted to defame Iyabo. They now wrote this letter, 8 pages, and they changed the pastor's name and they inserted Ibiyeomie's name. You see what they did to me? It's wickedness. So they put Ibiyeomie's name. In order that KEMI OLUNLOYO will call her out, because I always call her pastors and I always call her people. But my job is a journalist and I investigate. I don't just call out people. So some people wanted to use me to call out. I still get call out calls now all the time. Please, can you call out somebody? No, I'm not. I will give you 450,000 to do this story. Call out. I'm not taking 450,000 for call out. If I'm going to call somebody out, you might want to give me 445 million to call out somebody. But I won't do it because of my integrity as a journalist. It becomes a brown envelope thing. So that was the plan, to disgrace Iyabo. So when the whole thing was now tracked by Instagram, they wrote it in the letter and Justice Oshoma, the federal judge, threw the case out. On December 12, 2017, he threw it out and said judgment will be told in April. That was 4 months, and I was still in the prison. The judgment was going to be KEMI is not found guilty, and then I would have turned around and sued Ibiyeomie and Salvation Ministry. But God didn't want it that way. Once they saw that the judgment the thing was thrown out, January was the day of the magistrate. They withdrew the case. It's no point. You know what I mean? And I have people talking that KEMI went to beg the pastor. They don't know the dynamics I'm telling you now. They withdrew the case. But Oshoma refused to withdraw the case. We waited till April. He now moved it to June. Okay? But according to popular belief, and I'm not going to say the popular belief people that said it, they said the judge did not like the pastor. That's their own wahala. If Oshoma doesn't like Ibiyeomie, that's their own wahala. But at the end of the day, he was trying to give me judgment on my side because they suffered me. And Justice Oshoma, even Justice Oshoma was saying in the courtroom.
No, you go ahead.
What I was going to say, so where we ended, the bottom line is that Ibiyeomie's church online, he told me to worship online. And one thing about Pastor Ibiyeomie is he's a man of God. Who, let me tell you, he's a man of God. Who, there are a lot of fake men of God. This is a genuine man of God. I now discovered Ibiyeomie. I discovered the pastor that they used against me. When I hugged him after the meeting, the closed door meeting, Kennedy Okoko was there, everybody, all the lawyers were there in his office, security outside, the door, everything. He's a really big pastor. After hugging him, I now said to him, I said, pray for me. Hey, I have asthma. When this guy laid his hands on me, Sheye, can I tell you I've not had asthma for 2 years.
Okay.
He's a genuine man of God. When I was saying it on TVC, I remember Yeni Kuti said, are you sure that's not sorcery? I said, no, it's not sorcery. Oh. Hey, Sheye Jekiwa software, this guy, the prayers that Ibiyeomie gives, the prayers that Pastor David Ibiyeomie gives, this man is a solid man of God.
Okay.
Things that Ibiyeomie say will happen to you. If you say it will happen to you next week, there are only 2 of them that I know in this world. This is my opinion. Okay. Only 2 pastors that will pray this prayer on a Sunday and say, this week you will experience this, and it happens to me, and I come back that next Sunday and say, it happened. Joel Osteen, Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, my American pastor when I lived there, and David Ibiyeomie, Salvation Ministry, Port Harcourt. There's only 2 of them. They are real men of God. And I know how Osteen became a pastor. When his father was preaching, I never wanted to come to church. And then when he came finally to preach, his father died the next day. You have to hear these stories. But Ibiyeomie is a real man of God. And then he has this crusade every year called 5 Nights of Glory. My video is frozen. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, my video is, I don't know, it's frozen on my end. Anyway, you'll have it after. Pastor Ibiyeomie has this thing called the 5 Nights of Glory. I attended the 2018 one because I was still in Port Harcourt. The 2019 and the 2020, I attended online. Ibiyeomie was probably one of the first pastors in Nigeria that started online worshiping. So I go to Salvation Ministry. When I was in Ibadan, I used to go to Ring Road. And you know how it is from Agodi to Ring Road. I just stopped going because when you get to Ring Road, Salvation Ministry has churches, branches. You are watching the same television in big screen from headquarters. So I decided, let me just be using my data. Let me tell you, I switched to that 6 a.m. service, the very first one. Nothing has been the same in my life. God has fought for me this year. God has fought for me since I knew Pastor Ibiyeomie. God has fought for me. So when Ibiyeomie came and cursed Daddy Freeze, it was not normal. And Freeze has the right to his opinions. And I told him, go and ask God for forgiveness. Both of them had to ask God for forgiveness. And I also told Freeze to pray. Because what happened in that pulpit on that day, I'm not on the 10 a.m. service or the 9 a.m. I'm on the 6 a.m. 7:30, I'm done. Then 4 o'clock, okay? Then 2:30, I go live on Lakewood in Houston. That's the 8:30 a.m. service. When I'm done at 4, I go to Ibiyeomie's 4 o'clock service with my son. Youth service is a very good service. Youth service is good. Question and answers, different fun stuff. Everybody should attend the youth service of Ibiyeomie, especially if they have children. So after that, we're done church for Sunday. So this man, I'm sorry, Pastor Ibiyeomie is a man of God. He's not an ordinary man. Everything Ibiyeomie has said will happen to me has happened to me. I'm sorry. That's just what I have to say. I will move to Port Harcourt for Ibiyeomie, but I will not. Let me tell you, I came in a police car. I said in my testimony, I came in a horrible police car, a SARS Hilux car. People were asking me, why didn't you ask Ibiyeomie for money when you had PTSD? I didn't ask him. Okay? I didn't ask him. His wife reached out to me, but I did not ask him. I wanted people to donate to my fundraiser. But the horrible way they brought me is the way they brought me there. Not just bring the manner in which they brought me there that caused my illness. But he told me that I would succeed. I would do well. Every prayer has happened to me. Yeah, I won't be where I am today, Sheye, without Pastor David Ibiyeomie. And if anyone says they will say I'm promoting his church or he paid me to promote on your show. No, I'm telling you my mind because he's my pastor. And people are still yapping me. So when the Daddy Freeze incident happened, they were yapping me saying, KEMI, this is the pastor that made KEMI OLUNLOYO. Shut up. Don't use me for clouds. That's what Nigerians do. And SARS, they will not use me for clouds. Ibiyeomie arrested you with SARS, blah, blah, blah. Ibiyeomie yapped Daddy Freeze. When Ibiyeomie was arresting me, did you open your mouth? No, you didn't. So that's what I would tell you about. I worship at his church, and it's very good because when the pandemic came, this is the man that just built a huge cathedral. Have you heard about the cathedral, Salvation Ministry Cathedral, that is about to open, but is not open yet?
Where?
So, in Port Harcourt. I went to visit it on the way to the airport. It's a huge, people have donated, all the billionaires that go to that church. Even late Kennedy Okoko, everybody put money to that church. My weekly offering, everybody put money to that church. I went to visit it in construction, and I have the video. And people are laughing at the Ibiyeomie saying, cathedral indeed. This thing carries how many? 40,000, 50,000. It's larger than Dunamis. People are saying he will never get to use it. That's what they were cursing him. They were cursing Ibiyeomie. After the Daddy Freeze incident, they were cursing Ibiyeomie. They were saying he will never get to use it because of pandemic. You know? Lakewood Church, my other church in America, Austin doesn't have people in the church except him and the band. But when he finishes service, we'll see you again. When the Lord wishes, we will be back one day. So don't laugh at him. When the pandemic came, Ibiyeomie is the one that pioneered online church. I was always in my church at 6 a.m., 7:30, I'm done. People say, we can't go to church, then you should go online. Every pastor went online. And something we've been doing in Salvation Ministries. Anyway, I'm glad to have him as my spiritual father. He's 2 years older than me. They call him Papa at the church. And he knows because I told him, I said, I can't call him Papa. I'll call him Pastor Ibiyeomie because there's somebody else I call Papa. You know that, Sheye?
Yeah. Let's talk about KEMI OLUNLOYO.
Yeah, KEMI OLUNLOYO, the good woman that can change Nigeria. I don't want to be president of Nigeria. That's not even a politician. Ask me the questions.
Yes. What sort of a person is KEMI? Really, the real KEMI OLUNLOYO?
Extrovert, eccentric, high self-esteem. What did I say so far? What's the list? Extrovert, eccentric, high self-esteem, and superiority complex. I feel superior to everybody. I earned my superiority. Nigerians say you are too proud. Yeah, I'm proud. If you want to be proud, it's in the Bible, parts of the Bible. Google it. Parts of Bible where it says you should be proud. I'm a US trained journalist. Must you always tell us, yes, US trained journalist and US trained pharmacist is not the same as Nigerian trained. Okay, you're too proud. You brag all the time. It's in the Bible. Parts of the Bible where they brag. It's in there. These fools go to church and they don't even know. God wants us to be proud of ourselves. But them, they will be low self-esteem. Low this, low that. They'll be my DM asking me for school fees. Nigerians are asking for school fees. You wonder, I asked Segalink this a few days ago. Who are the parents of these youth that are abusing us? Who are their parents? They come for school fees. Do they not have parents? Awale come as school fees in celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So the real KEMI OLUNLOYO is blunt. I will tell you like it is. If you sit next to me in a church and you have bad bread, I will offer you groundnuts. Okay, that's the antidote to bad bread, not chewing gum and every other thing we stick there. It's groundnuts. Hi, would you care for some peanuts? You might say that, Sheye, would you care for some peanuts? The person will look at you inside the church. Peanuts came. Church. I KEMI OLUNLOYO, I would say, would you like some peanuts? Your breath stinks. That's me. That's KEMI OLUNLOYO. That's what I will say. Continue. Question.
Yeah, the difference, yeah.
I'm very blunt. Yeah. I'm very blunt.
But is that not why they are taking you on and attacking you?
That's it, because they're not like me. They don't like blunt people. Okay, they don't like people that tell the truth. I spoke to Fani Kayode yesterday, and you know, he's hard to reach and everything. Ever since all this, I said, yeah, I went and there's no preferential treatment when I'm making money. Sheye, this is what you do for a living. You started the number one. Okay, I said two things there. The word number one and the one started. Okay, you started what is still the number one soft sell magazine in Nigeria. City People. It's entertainment. I mean, Sheye, look at how journalism was. When we came out of journalism school, we reported news. Okay, when we reported news, there was an accident on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, 5 people dead. Where did that news fall on? It fell onto general news, right? And you saw it on television.
Yeah.
Later, something came called traffic news. It also fell on traffic news. You hear me? So it's the same thing. When Aso Rock came, legislator, 1999, senator, House of Reps, they had girlfriends. They had wives. They had side chicks. Then they had parties where they went. And then you saw Sheye Kehinde there. You saw Dele Momodu there. Ovation camera. City People camera. So we had what they call entertainment news, right? And then we also had gist news. Then we had celebrity news. God, I miss Bola. Bola. October. Bola died in October. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah. We can't forget Bola.
Yes.
Because October is Breast Awareness Month. I lost Bola. I lost Deomi's wife. You know Deomi Ogusoya?
Yes.
Deomi's wife died too. Those are my friends. All these girls were 49 years old. They never saw their 50th birthday. And I'm going to be doing a lot of breast awareness, more than ever now. But Bola was solidly the gist girl. You know that, Sheye. She worked for you.
I do.
City People or your state's gist reporter. Bola had the stories correctly. Rest in peace, Bola, if you are hearing me now. You saw the tribute I wrote in your magazine 4 years ago. Sheye. Bola will be hearing me now. Bola had the stories correctly. Look, I'm even looking at the ceiling at heaven. Bola had the stories accurate. The sense of journalism that she did. She also had phone numbers of newsmakers. She would call that politician, so what happened here? So we have entertainment news. Okay, so when I do entertainment news, some people don't like it. They don't like celebrity news. We can keep telling them that if you're a sports reporter, okay, 2 people reported Ronaldo yesterday having COVID. Not even 2, 3. How many people reported Ronaldo yesterday? The sports reporter, right? The entertainment reporter too. Abi, Shebi is entertainment. Yeah. Ronaldo, he has Kinio, he has COVID. And then Dr. KEMI, the medical reporter, also reported him that he has COVID. So news is so broad now into beats. That's what they call news beats. So I tell these young people, they will not say, leave Linda alone, leave Davido alone, leave this one alone. You are finished with Davido, now it's Tacha. You are finished with Tacha, now it's Erica. It's Kiddy Wire. Is this? Young people in here are illiterate. Hello, Macron. You can make money from entertainment news. What is selling in news now? Entertainment first, celebrity news next. Now we have you heard this one? Food journalism. Sheye, you've heard that one? Food journalism. Yeah. I actually saw the word yesterday on Twitter, on somebody's page in America. I have a cooking show, KEMI Talks Food. If you go on Instagram, # KEMI Talks Food, you see all the food I've cooked. I call it cooking show. Now, some people are calling it food journalism. And I'm talking in my own, telling you what I cooked, everything. Why not? Make money from it. But they don't want you to do your work. Okay, don't let's mention names, but a very popular stylist in Lagos who has celebrity clients, okay, said to me, this client said, I'm not going to let you style me because you are Kemi Olunloyo's friend. You hear me? You are this, you are that. So the stylist said, please don't write a lot of bad things about them, even if they did bad things. You are telling me not to do my own job, Abby. Okay. So everybody is selfish. Everybody doesn't care. Even people in my neighborhood, they are not happy about all the stuff about me not supporting SARS. When I said, if anybody attacks police, police must deal with them. They got mad. I said, no, don't get into my job. My job is not for discussion. That's what I told them. Okay, you live in my neighborhood, that's it. You live on my street, that's it. My job is not for discussion. If you want to discuss my job, you go online and discuss it where they're discussing it. So the real Kemi Olunloyo is that too. Any questions left? Go ahead. I'm ready to.
No, you've actually covered all the ground and all that.